Hey, welcome to my channel Simple Data Science. So today, out of curiosity, I try to gather some of the technologies which are using the AI ML, especially used in the modern conflicts. So in reference to the nowadays the U.S., Israel, and Iran war. So we will go through what are the key technologies which are using the AI technologies. So the first and foremost, none other than the satellite imagery. So AI processed the millions of the images to flake the identity and to identify the identity. The biometric identifications and the facial recognitions at the border and checkups. The signal intelligence, the intelligence is improved or enhanced by the NLP, the natural language processing, and the modern and the pattern detection. So the practitioners nowadays are like Israel Unit 8200 and US NSA. Okay, the second one is the most interesting one. It's just like you can hide from a camera, you cannot hide from your own heat. So the darkness or camouflage or concrete walls, none of them are matter. So because each and every human body, every engine, every underground facility radiates the thermal energy. So that benefits people, and that makes a sense for people in order to detect the activity. So Israel drones are equipped with the infrared sensors that can detect the thermal or heat from a miles away. So they can even detect the real time whether the heat signature matches a known threat profile or not. So the Iran buries its sensitive facilities underground, but there's a lot of ventilation systems or the heat loads that is bled through the earth, and the U.S. and Israel satellites are very trained in order to find it. So the last point is like the early warning satellites, like the U.S. SPIRS system that detects the heat and a ballistic missiles launch anywhere on the earth. So that is pretty much about it. And the third one is like the autonomous drones, loitering munitions like chemicals drones, circle targets autonomously, and Iran's Shahid 136 series used for regional proxy conflicts are there for conflicts. So Israel Haroop and the US MQ-9 repeaters with the AI assisting targeting, the swarm coordination that multiple drones sharing the situational awareness. So these are pretty happening around nowadays. So AI enhance cyber warfare and offensive operations. Stuxnet legacy, the AI now enabled more adaptive malware generations. So it's just like we are just coming to a cyber operations which are going on. So the automatic vulnerability discovery, that is fuzzing exploit situations, and the AI generation spear phishing, and the social engineering at the scale, especially the Iran APT 33 or /34 and Israel or the US capabilities. It's a two-way conflict landscape. So that is happening in the cyber grounds or the cyber grounds. AI in missile defense and Iran Dome and beyond. So Iran's Dome ML, that is assisted threats classifications. That is, there's intercept or ignore. So radar fusions plus a real-time trajectory predictions using neural networks. So this thing is happening, and David Slane and the Arrow 3 for the higher altitudes and ballistic threats are there. As you know, the US AGS systems are integrated with the AI decision support layers. So this is pretty much, this diagram is telling you it is like the layer defense diagram between Air Dom and David Slang and Arrow 3 as a as a concentric. So that is pretty much about Iron Dome and beyond. So the this one is just like a predictive analytics and the threat forecasting. So the ML models are, machine models are trained on the data, on large scale data, to forecast the escalations. And some people are saying that the Iran supreme leader Ayatollah Khamenei was targeted through this one, because of the historical data they have gathered out, and they have predicted, where could be he at that time. So they have targeted the area. Anyhow, so there is the aggregation, the quiescent aggregation. So the social media news and dark web signals are fused. Palantir and similar platforms are used by the US or Israel. Defense agencies. Limitations are like data set bias are there, adversarial manipulations of the training data. So here you can see like all the data is feedback to the ML, and MLs are predicting. And the next one is like AI driven, the electronic warfare and the GPS jamming. So adaptive jamming like AI, which are like AI chooses the optimal frequency in a real time. So around GPS snooping, like the incidents affected the civilians and military aircrafts. And the counter UAS systems by using the ML to distinguish the drones from the bird and the clutter. So, cognitive electronic warfare systems that learn that versatile waveform. So, this is like the AI driven electronic warfare and the GPS jamming system. The spectrum diagram is just like showing a jamming signal that is, you know, dynamically shifting to the block of communication frequencies to block it in order to jam the signals, and annotate with the AI select the optimal brain callouts. Okay, so this one is the pretty interesting one. It is like the AI generated disinformation. This is now happening everywhere. So influence the operations like deepfakes and social media are synthesizing to fabricate their political statements. This is their choice, and this is the people polling. For example, they are creating the propagandas like a bot networks and amplified by the large language models. So all these three actors are involving in it. It's just like not like one party. So they influence their operations online. So they try to influence and accuse the other. So accuse of running. So detection arm race, it's just like AI generation versus the AI detected. So it need to be someone need to be detected. It's just like that. So this thing is happening all around. A lot of deepfakes videos are just they are just separating while separating around, and people are just believing, or even now it's pretty difficult to differentiate between the AI or the human made video. So These things are happening all around. Okay, so AI targeting of the critical infrastructure. So this is pretty much like, the AI analysis of the satellite imagery to track the Iran's nuclear activity, and the cyber tools, such as the like targeting the SCADA or the ICA systems. The US Israels are just like coordination in order to, know that what the actual, the next predictive, based on the prediction, they are just more focused on the targets. So, okay, the command and control human machine is just like a human machine decision teaming. So something are like, human on the loop and human in the loop. So AI decision supports comprises of OODA loop, that is the observe, the orient, and decide and act. So the Gospel AI system, that is the Israel target the generation of tools in the Gaza contest. Okay. So as far as the legal or ethical or the strategy implications are concerned, so the international humanitarian law and the propagations are in autonomous strikes. They are just worried about the treaties, which are like, no binding of the global treaty on the autonomous weapon systems. There could be the escalation risk that there could be a miscalculation by the AI, and things gonna be more worsen, although the situation is not good nowadays. And here you go, the war about the clouds and the below the waves in the AI path. So it's just like most people think of the conflict is happening on the lane, but it is not like that. Because, just about 22,000 miles above our head and 3 miles below on the ocean surface, this is happening. The war is also up there. So the GPS, internet, and the banking, military communication, all of it, these are running through satellites and undersea fiber optic cables. Disable these, and modern military goes blind and deaf and broke. So it's just like, we need to be more, concerned about it. So these systems are continuously scanning and tracking that what's going on, about monitoring the rival spacecrafts, so maneuvering and suspicious, there is a close activity between going on between, to in order to control, and these, as we see it, these systems need internet below and above as well. So the underground water AI, the powered autonomous submarines, and the listening the areas of to monitor the movements of naval assets across the Persian Gulf and the Mediterranean, detecting the Iranian submarines and the surface threats. So this is pretty happen. There's a, if there is a cut the cables, the blind satellites, the most powerful AI military on the earth become a useless. Yes, this is the reality. So if you have cut the cables or blind the satellites, the most powerful, military become a useless. So that's exactly why the domain is now at top of the strategic priority. Okay, so that is pretty much. I try to cover up each and everything. Not each and everything, just as by I am able to gather some knowledge in a short time. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, and do like and subscribe my channel. Hope you enjoy the this content. Thank you.